DMZ Season 3 is everything we wanted. The developers have been listening, and it's the update we needed for DMZ. I'm going to bring you all the features like a workbench, contraband weapons, bartering system, new bosses, a new faction with new missions, and even new backpacks are coming very soon. I've got all the details to cover for DMZ Season 3, but first, if you're excited from DMZ Season 3, smash that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. We are 800 away from hitting that 2,000 mark and getting us to our goal. And I'll be bringing you content for DMZ all season long in Season 3. But first, let's start out with the workbench. The workbench will be near the buy stations, not inside the buy stations. And for a fee, you can add attachments on to make up to 5 attachments, or you can remove attachments as well, depending on what your game plan is. Now, if you want to take an insured weapon or a weapon that you find during your DMZ match, you can add up to 5 attachments and complete the weapon, or you can remove attachments based upon how the gun is built already, because some of these guns have like weird optics and stuff like that, and you're going to want to remove them during the game. And some weapon attachments you want to consider are adding in a suppressor so you have stealthier moments, adding in heat signatures, optics so you can see through the smoke. But everybody knows that you're not going to want a Vaznik 9K with a high optic scope, and you also know a 30 round mag on an RPK won't work. So you can make those adjustments here at the workbench. This is a very cool add-on to Season 3. I am really excited for this. This is a big W. Like I said, near the buy station, not at the buy station, and you will be locked in. Let's move on to our next update, and that is the barter system. Outside being important missions, most of the collectibles, non-lethal in DMZ, will have another purpose in Season 3. Across every exclusion zone, all buy stations will have a new option in addition to buying gear and weapons for cash. Bartering. Bartering, this is where you will use recipes. If you can see me, I'm doing quotes. This gives you instructions to your operator, including a component list, in order to build new equipment that could be more useful in your current situation. In other words, bartering is where you exchange items for others. At the start of Season 3, some bartering recipes will be available for most of the new plate carriers and backpacks, kill streaks, self-revive kits, and keys. However, each exclusion zone will have its own barter option across its buy stations, adding more elements to DMZ. These are dozens of items you can trade in combination that will launch with Season 3, meaning anybody can memorize the recipes and share them with the squad mates and search for specific items to load up on loot. This entire barter system just adds a whole new element to DMZ in Season 3, and I, for one, am super excited to have this element added to the game. It's definitely a W. So let's roll into our next thing. We have our backpacks and our plate carriers. Secure backpacks, as the name suggests, secure items between runs. This means that those non-contraband, non-on-soldier items secured in your inventory don't convert to XP upon restrictions. Place items in your secure backpack to keep them on that active duty soldier, and if they are eliminated from an exact extraction zone, so you don't lose them. That's huge here. And then the scavenger backpack, you take out that third gun slot and you add in more room to pack things for missions. So you have your secure and you have your scavenger backpacks coming to DMZ in Season 3. Huge W there, guys. So anything you put in that secure backpack will not be lost when you're knocked out of the game. And that scavenger one, you knock out the gun and add in more slots. Let's roll in to our new plate carriers: temper, revive, comms, and stealth. You know what temper is before, but when we have the medic vest, which gives you faster revives on squad mates and faster selves. Your comms vest, it's like wearing an advanced UAV. This would be great if you are running solo runs here. It also has a high alert perk built in. And then the stealth plate carrier comes with ghost built in, keeping you off the radar and built for times when keeping low profile to essential on a mission. It's pretty big here, pretty huge. I think you're gonna like it. So to recap, you have temper, you have medic, you have comms, and you have stealth, and those will be added in. So let's roll into the next rebreather. You probably saw this in Raid. It's in episode 1, but the rebreather is exactly what it is. You can go underwater, you can breathe longer. It has multiple uses like the stem pistol, so if you need to take multiple breaths, and you can melee with it, but this will be added in for season 3 if you have a lot of water missions or you're just trying to be stealthy running solo. You do have your rebreather. By far, the biggest update to DMZ is the active duty slots. Every operator now will have 3 active duty slots instead of just using your 1 person. As you can see here, you're going to have your plate, your kill streak, your backpack, your gas mask, your self revive for each operator, and you can load them up and build them as you can. So if you go in and say you don't extract, you will lose everything for that operator, but you won't lose anything for your other 2 operators. So you want to just kind of pick and choose what you want to use, but now you kind of like lives. You have 3 total lives built for your active duty slots. This is huge for the game. You're going to have missions designed for different slots, so use these guys wisely and understand which one has the best loot for what you're needing, and you can use one for each mission. So big W here, guys. Hit that like button if you're excited for the active duty slots, because I am stoked. Okay, who knows what a skeleton key, because skeleton keys are coming to DMZ. A skeleton key can open any door inside DMZ. It can't get you into building 21, but it can open every door that requires a key card in building 21. You are going to be able to craft these for a recipe in your bartering system that we talked about earlier in the video. But skeleton keys are coming to DMZ, and they'll be able to open every door. Season 3 missions, as we take a look, they're not resetting our missions, but there'll be a new redacted faction available to all players. You'll have 3 of its missions tiers available at season 3 launch, so the first 3 tiers, and then 2 more added at the mid-season. Also, at the mid-season, there will be huge update mid-season with more challenges and more rewards. And also keep in mind, we got the DMZ bosses to go after for these missions and these factions as well. The last 2 things I want to touch on here is supply run contracts are coming to DMZ. If you're familiar with supply runs before, this is a little bit of a tweak. If you load in with 0, nothing, because you did an extract before and you do a supply run, no more safes you have to crack. These are boxes that you'll have to open. And then we have bird in the sky, new vehicle and exfil options. So the heavy chopper is back. Unfortunately, it is drained of its entire fuel, so you must find the special fuel at the airport in order to get it in the sky. Now, here's the cool thing. Once it's topped off with fuel, the heavy chopper can fly around the map, even outside to map and the boundaries. And also, when you fly out the boundaries, it'll do a countdown and you can exfil right there. Also, the new feature at the buy station is known as a private exfil. One spot, an exfil will be available or on an unused exfil point for that match on that map. Consider it for extra escape routes if needed. All right, that'll wrap us up, guys, and I will catch you in season 3 of DMZ.